So today I'm at Erie Bluffs State Park, which is one of Pennsylvania's newest state parks. It was built in 2004. It's at the 117th state park in the state of Pennsylvania. Last time I was here, it was pretty cool. I'm going to try a different trail today, so I was just going to show you guys around. In here, these fields are pretty neat. I mean, they're really tall grasses. Lots of milkweed and some other things in them, and probably really good for deer. We'll keep an eye out and see if we can see any as the afternoon persists. So just on the other side of those trees over there is the lake, and the reason why they call it the bluffs, which are really steep bluffs that go down to the lake. So there's a ton of milkweed in these grasses, which milkweed is really good for monarchs. A bunch flying around. That's good. We actually did a project with our family not too long ago where we raised a couple monarchs. It was neat watching them go from caterpillars to the chrysalis and hatch. So that is the only plant that the monarchs will eat right there. So if you see it, don't cut it down. Walking back along these trails back here, there's a ton of oaks. The wind picks up from now and then. The acorns come raining down like that. I almost got bombarded a couple times. There, it's definitely not trails I'm used to. There's no rocks, which is crazy. I think you can hear the acorns falling all over the place. Lots of chipmunks. Some other, sounds like frogs or something as we get down closer to the lake. So what's really good about this place is how wide open it is. You can see a couple hundred feet in every direction. I'm only being attacked by acorns the whole time. They're like dropping all around me. Seems like the trains go through here pretty much. Heard the train, like at least 3 trains go through so far. A little buggy, a couple mosquitoes. Ain't too bad though. Walking down in this gully here. One of my complaints about this place so far is really not a lot of trail signs. It's not even really blazed. It's just kind of a red flagging on the trees. So I do have the, my typical stuff, so it shouldn't be, not like I'm going to get lost, but there's been a couple little spots where kind of had to really look and see where the trail went. So yeah, it's really interesting. And that's a awesome mass of, it's like that bayberry stuff that covers the trees by the Schuylkill. Giant vine. Now, I finally got some place I recognized on the map. It's this really deep cut down here. You can go down and across the other side, but looks kind of steep and slippery. So there is another trail that runs alongside the cut, so I'm going to go along that one. Hopefully that'll take me down to the lake, which is where I wanted to go to begin with. Hey, look, a pole for a sign. So, like I said, it's a new state park, so it looks like they're just putting stuff in. There's a empty pole. So we'll follow this path down. Hopefully it'll take us down to the lake. I'm following this other little trail that's going right along the lake. You can see the lake out there. You can also see the reason why it's called the Bluffs, because it's a heck of a drop off. So we'll follow this out back. It looks like it loops back to where we started from, so, which is good. Didn't want to go back the way we came anyway. Oops. Bouncy. So we'll head back this way, see where it takes us. Here's a kind of cool little look out over the lake. mosquitoes getting bad. But we'll head on down the little path. So that trail that went along the lake didn't go exactly where I thought it would go. So, kind of looped back on the original trail that I came down on. So instead of getting myself lost in a late afternoon, I just hopped on the trail and heading back towards the car. So if I see another side trail or someplace else, we'll take a look. It was very overgrown at the lake, which kind of sucked. I was kind of hoping for better views, so we'll see if we can find something else. Now we're on Whitetail Crossing, which, as you can hear, goes closer to the railroad tracks. Lots of trains. This one actually had signs, which is good. Seems a little less swampy than the last one too. So yeah, looks like we're out in the field. Just walking by and saw this milkweed. It is just covered. And they almost look like box elder bugs. I'm not quite sure what they are. I have to look it up later and see what they are. It's just covered in them. A lot of them are. Probably end up being something invasive and shouldn't be there. It's a shame. Or maybe, they're supposed to be there, but I doubt it. So we'll have to check that out later. So what's the myth with these? There's woolly bears. I think the myth was the whiter the brown, the longer the winter. So if that's the case, I mean that's more than half there. I think we're screwed. Well, it's Erie. It's always winter up here, so maybe this is an Erie woolly bear. And he's just knowing what's going on. Try to beat the sunset here and go down to the place where I was before. So the sun's getting kind of low. And hopefully get a better view of the bluffs than that other place. That was the western part of the state park. Trails aren't very well marked. And I mean, it's neat if you want to go for distance, but I don't think I would recommend it. Not until they do a little more work. Trails need more work. Trails need blazed better. So go down and check this out before it gets dark. So this is the lookout trail that goes on the north side of the state park. That's better. Now we can see the lake. It's definitely a lot more looky out here than the other place. Looky out here. Is that a word? I think that's a word. There's the lake. Cool view. We'll go down here and see if we can. Just gonna go down here and back up because it's gonna get dark. So yeah, if you definitely want to see the lake, I would suggest this trail. This is a trail I came down last time. I was hoping the other one would be like this, where you actually get down close to the lake, but it didn't look like it. So you can see the lake over there. We'll walk down. Boy, it's really wavy today too. Down here. There we go. There's the bluffs. Kind of drop off. And then the lake. Sounds like the ocean. Got the waves going on. Now you can see what the beach is supposed to look like. There's rocks along it. Definitely pretty. See the drop off. That's a good 30 feet. That would hurt if you'd fall. It's amazing to think that that's a lake. Like, you can't even see it. I just saw a martic fly by. Probably on its migration. But yeah, it's amazing to think that that's a lake that you can't see the other side of. You know, Canada's way over there somewhere. So I think I'm going to sign out from here with the lake behind me. Again, Erie Bluffs State Park in Erie. It's a pretty neat park. If you go along the Bluffs Trail so you can see this stuff instead of the other trail until it gets developed a little better. It is neat. I mean, looks like you're at the ocean, but it's a lake. So yeah, check it out. Erie Bluffs State Park, one of the newest state parks.